Cash App, Cash App. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? So Martell asked for Cash App for a $1,500 dinner date that he took Sheree out for her birthday. I'm just like, he could afford 1,500. I'm sure Carlos pays them more than 1,500 an episode. Like, if you're trying to be a boyfriend, don't ask the ladies for Cash App. Like, that was just like. Then we see basically Sanya revealing that she's pregnant. So happy for her. May God give her like a safe delivery. You know, being pregnant, especially as a Black woman, is always like super high risk. So I hope she has a safe delivery. Apparently the baby is going to be due pretty soon because she was pregnant between like, I think January, February. So anyways, then Drew is having a horrible marriage. Like, she keeps trying to make excuses for this guy. This guy, literally, for her healing appointment or healing retreat, shows up and doesn't even acknowledge his wife. And it's ridiculous that they're at the bowling alley. She's telling him, like, basically, I think we should both show up to therapy because our marriage is in danger. And he's just like, you know, therapy based on experience, blah, blah, blah. Like, Negro, your marriage has been horrible. The least you could do is for therapy. But he's claiming the therapy makes them fight. It only makes them fight because he's told what he's doing wrong and he doesn't want to change it. He wants to justify, he wants to dance around it. And when he's called to task, he doesn't like that. And I'm just like, what kind of man? Relationships are crazy. Like, the more I look at all these like crazy marriages that like are troublesome, the more I'm like, singlehood is very okay, because to be with someone like that, like, it's gonna be a mind F every freaking day. Every freaking day. Like, then he, from the bowling alley, apparently he was upset. That's why he's basically giving her the silent treatment. But then he acts nice to everyone, which can be very problematic because everybody's looking at you like you're so nice. But then you come home and you're this horrible human being. So Drew addresses the lawsuit that happened for the $1,000, but she changed the amount that the girl is now seeking $10,000. And if you've been paying attention, the chick went on another blogger's social media and basically brought some receipts, said she did so much for Drew. And I think Drew and Ralph actually opened themselves up for nonsense, because you don't just bring people to your house without, you're a celebrity, whether you're D-list, C-list, or whatever, you are a celebrity and people are going to take advantage. I'm not saying this chick took advantage, because based on what she did for them, she needed to be paid appropriately. But the way they vet people, the way they screen people has to be a better process, because she keeps bringing all these weird people to her vicinity. Then they turn on her and blast her on social media. Like, your NDA needs to be tied. There needs to be consequences. They need to be vetted before you even bring them into your house. Like, this is your real address. Your real children are in this house. So that to me was a bit crazy. But anyways, we move on. Shamir shows up to Kenya's house, and Kenya is basically saying she wants to use one of her embryos and talking about surrogacy because they both have the same surrogate. But if you follow like social media, obviously their surrogate ended up having breast cancer, so I don't think she's gonna be eligible to carry anyone's child, and I think she's still going through chemotherapy. So yeah, pregnancies increase your estrogen, and if it's an estrogen positive breast cancer, then definitely getting pregnant ever again is heavily contraindicated for her. But I don't know what kind of cancer, what markers were found on her breast cancer. Obviously, I don't follow her that heavy, but wish her speedy recovery. Kenya is gonna find a surrogate. That's, you know, people are out here doing surrogacy, so it's not gonna be a big deal. And she needs to go ahead and do it. It's your embryos. You want more kids. Why the hell not? She shouldn't carry, because when she carried the first time, she literally almost died. So it's not worth it. So at the retreat, Sanya tells the group that she's pregnant. Everyone is happy for her. During the retreat, though, Candy had like a kind of an emotional awakening, and she's just like, I needed this, that her life has just been hectic. Her blood pressure is up. You know, friends are saying she's not there. She addresses Sheree too, because at the birthday, Sheree did not invite her. Sheree's like, girl, you barely show up for the group. I know you're not going to show up for my birthday party. Basically, she's kind of breaking fourth wall, like, girl, my birthday party is not even on camera, so definitely you're not going to show up. Cynthia says is Nobu. She likes Nobu, so she showed up. I'm surprised they only spent $1,500, honestly. So I'm like, why is Martell like asking people to pay up? Like, that's, As a boyfriend or a boyfriend in acting, you should be able to cover a $1,500 bill. I mean, there's really no excuse. Then Sheree was being shady in the confessional. They're like, "What did he get you for a birthday?" Apparently, he gave her some Alexander McQueen bag, which is like, not that expensive compared to the bags that these women carry, like their Chanel, their Birkins, and everything, and their Kellys. So I was like, Martel is petty. He might come for you, Sheree. You know he's very petty. But yeah, the episode ends with Drew back in therapy, basically having huge revelations that her marriage might actually be over. And it's emotional because they have little kids and no one gets married. At least no good person gets married with the intention for your marriage to break, It's not like she married Ralph for money or anything like that. She definitely was in love with him and thought they had similar values. But some men are just set in certain ways. They're not going to change, and not just men, even women, and they're not going to change. And no matter how much you give and how much you sacrifice, like there's really nothing you could do to make them be better for you. So it is what it is. I feel bad for her. I'm hoping she just moves on and the divorce is not messy, but it's probably going to be messy dealing with someone like Ralph. But yeah, that was the episode in a nutshell. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about it. I thought it was a decent episode. It wasn't, it's not old Roa, but we have to get used to this new Roa. Like, everybody has glowed up. Even if they bring a new set of people, it's not going to give you what the likes of Nene Leakes, Kim, or, prior Sheree gave. So, it is what it is. A good episode, I think. So, yeah, like, comment. All right, guys. Bye.